Eyes on the screen, blood starts to dance. Tickers run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Pop test gates trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm moody for the bag, man. Like looking at the tad, man. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current now. War money for the bag, man. Like looking at the tad, man. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get current. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick.
Ooh, how's everybody doing? Let me add this to the stage. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. If all is good and well in trading land. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm going to take my gum out so I will actually talk to you. Nathan, Santiago, hello guys. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody coming in. I marked up the charts today just to kind of show you the sequence of trades I've been taking. So it becomes a lot more obvious and clear. I'm doing one thing today after killing a few accounts overnight that I think is going to be very responsible of me. Hey, Jacob, how are you? How are you? How are you? How's everybody doing? You know what? Hang on a second. I got to do one thing. I forgot about the raffle. I gotta give you guys the raffle link. We are raffling 50K away today. Last one for the week. Hang tight. Let me just find it. Where's my raffle? Okay. I think we can do this. Just a sec. Let me see, guys. So, yeah. Control A, Control X. Let's put it over here. I'm going to put this in the link. I want to show you the raffle. Oh, wait. There we go. Sign up for the raffle. $50,000 account free to you today. Everybody who's already won, you can't sign up again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Ashwin. Good morning, Nathan. Good morning, everybody. So sign up. I'll post this link up a little bit later as well. But everybody put your names into the raffle. My last one for the week. Okay, you can ignore that create account thing. Just simply put in your name and pop the thing, and we'll be ready to go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So who's new here in the room right now? Who's joining me for the first time? Let me know so I can explain to you some of the stuff that we're doing. I did one serious change today, which is that I sort of, got serious as to how I trade funded. I'm basically going to trade these demo accounts the way I trade my funded accounts, because I want to be sort of mature in how we get to the funding stage. By the way, coaching tonight. If anybody wants to join my coaching and get the real scoop of what I do in terms of how do I get my accounts funded really, really fast, plus the explanation of all the strategies that I don't discuss in live because we just don't have time. This indicator has 4 really, really good strategies that are not scalp-based strategies that are embedded inside of it, that I go through in coaching very thoroughly, 1 strategy per week. So you guys want the coaching, you want the full indicator, you want the full suite, plus 3 free prop accounts. If you want all of that, that's the link I just posted up there in the room. Coaching is at 7 p.m. New York every Thursday night. Link's been sent out, but if you sign up right now, I'll obviously send you the link. You're also going to get access. You get access to a private coaching room in our community where all the links are posted and everything is organized there. Okay, so definitely be there. Yeah, Rick had like 7 winners in a row yesterday off the strategy that I showed, which is really, really good. Yes, were the 4 strategies recorded previously? They were, but I'm going to explain them. When I do it in coaching, it's much more thorough and much more nuanced as to what I'm going to do. So you can watch them in the course, but in coaching, you're obviously going to get a lot. The more important part is it's not about so much the strategies; it's how you would use the strategy to pass your prop test if you're not a scalper, or if you don't want to be a scalper, or if you want to use a couple of your accounts for non-scalping purposes. All right, so it's going to be a much more engaging type of a situation in terms of this. And I'm trying to figure out why I'm ghosting in the background here with my light, but we'll try to figure this out the best we can. Good morning, Fabio. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody come into the room. Who's new in the room here? First time here. I see. Nice to see you. Where are you from, my friend? Where are you coming to me from? You're gonna just about ready to see a trade I'm about to do. Something coming up here. I'll explain. So everybody who's new here, everybody who's kind of hanging in there, and all you bastards on Twitter, come on over to YouTube so you can get all my links. Get my free links from Colombia. Very nice. Man, a lot of traders in Colombia. Huge amount of traders in Colombia. Where are you in Colombia? Are you in Medellin? Are you in Cartagena? Are you in Barranquilla? Where are you, my friend? So anyways, what was I thinking? I'm losing my mind. No, I totally lost my mind. Cali. Okay, nice. Nice. Totally lost my mind. So yeah, coaching, where I explain all the strategies, how to get yourself funded, in a very, very fast manner, and then trade the funded accounts in a very different manner. So one of the things I want to do today is I want to trade in a very conservative fashion, the way I would trade the funded account. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with $20 trades. That means I'm trading 2 micros on gold, 2 micros on NASDAQ as my opening salvo. That works. We just keep going, $20 trades, $20 trades, $20 trades. If it doesn't, we get clipped out on a false signal. We'll repair it with a single mini, which will, wash out all the losses and win that. Doing that gives me absolutely perfect scaling and sizing times for what a funded account should look like in terms of getting to target. But the real details I'm going to talk about in coaching. Today, I'm just simply going to show you this, the sizing sequence, and obviously all the trades. The critical thing is we trade a very, very simple scalp momentum strategy. All we do is we generally want to trade trends. So let's just look at the trend side of it. Blue above red, positive trend, right? A positive trend, if we get a higher green dot, the prior green, if this green dot is higher than this green dot, we get long. If we want to trade counter trend, we need to have a lower red dot. So if we get a red dot here, which is going to be lower than this red dot, it's a counter trend trade. Fine, we're going to take it. Right now, in gold, we have a positive trend signal. This green dot is higher than this green dot. It's a higher low, and I want to get long this thing on the micro. So I'm long this thing. I'm going to trade it with $1 target, $4 stop as always. Very, very high probability, small scalps on gold. And it works with trend. We take every trend signal that we have. With counter trend, we only take one out of the sequence. So turn trades, which are counter trend trades, we just take the only, if there's a red sequence in a green zone, we'll just take one. If there's a green sequence in a green zone, we just take them, keep taking, keep taking, keep taking. That's how you compound your profits, by trying to take advantage of every single trend trade you have in there. We are trading the 2-minute time frame. This is a 2-minute time frame. No, we don't backtest. Backtests are for pussies. This isn't a. This is a real life scalping, real life trading. This isn't. All right, let me. I'm not going to go off on my tangent about why every back. Let me ask you something. Let me just ask you one question that's easy. I'm sure you've seen a lot of back tests that look really, really good, right? Like they look really, really beautiful. Yes? Yes? Give me a yes. That you've seen a lot of really, really good looking back tests, right? Now the second question I have for you is, how many of those back tests made money in real life? And if you don't answer 0, then you're lying. That's why we don't trade back tests. Back tests are exactly what every idiot on YouTube shows you as their great strategy. If you ever notice that all the gurus on YouTube show you beautiful winning trades in the past, they're like, oh, I live traded this yesterday, and this is what I did. Great. I'm so proud of what you did yesterday. Now show me you doing that tomorrow under live conditions. I trade live. Real trading is not back testing. It's trading live in real conditions, adjusting your strategy to real conditions, and trading it in full force. The proof that it works is that it works in live, not that it works in a back test. Okay? You can back test the indicator by running the history in TradingView. Welcome to do that. You can do that in Wealth Charts as well. In other words, you can put the indicator on. If to get the indicator, you need this. You got to be part of my package. You can't have access to the indicator unless you buy the package, which I just posted over here. Anybody who wants my indicator needs to get the package. But part of the package is you get three prop tests for free. I buy them for you, or I give you credit, and you get them yourself, and you get a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's all over there in the page. It's a very, very good value. But you can use it. You can put it on the charts and run the back test to your heart's content. Yep, you got it. No problem. But anyways, sorry. I mean, I go off on back tests because back tests are just really bullshit. Really, really bullshit. Okay, what time is it? 9:27. We are 2-3 minutes in front of this. This gold trade not working. The last gold is really overbought. It kind of got hit over here. I'm probably going to get stopped out. I get stopped out on this trade. Now here's what we're going to do. Gold is over here. I'm going on my excuse me. I'm going on my large contract. So this $20 trade. Now I'm going to my large contract. This trade is actually ready to work to the positive side. So I'm trading NASDAQ in the 73 account. I'm trading gold in the 86 account. What I'm going to do is if this green dot holds in the next minute and 11, I'm going to go long NASDAQ. If this red dot holds, I'm going to go short gold. Because this is a turn trade in gold, two reds in a reversal, one lower than the other. We'll see if it works. And this is a positive trade in gold, assuming it holds. It's a positive trade in NASDAQ, assuming it holds. 43 seconds left on gold. Gold signal looks like it's holding. The NASDAQ signal is playing with us. So we're going to focus on gold here into the GC. And we're going to wait until the candle closes. We're not going to pull the trigger until then. And then we're going to see what we can do. $16, $17, $15, $14, $13, $12, $11. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sell gold, buy NASDAQ. Okay, let's see what happens. Ooh, NASDAQ totally collapses against us. Well, it's market open. I mean, we bought NASDAQ on the open. That's that was always a precarious thing to do. Gold almost made target and then it just came right back. So I'm staying in both trades. They either work or they don't work. We'll resolve them on the next cycle if we have to. NASDAQ stops me out because obviously I forgot that this was 9:30 open, so we got totally hosed on that. Gold still staying in the trade, but we'll see how well it goes, how well it works. The reversal signal came down and came right back up, so we'll see. Very choppy trade. Gold gets done. So the gold trade got done exactly how I wanted it to, which is perfect. NASDAQ trade, I really shouldn't have taken it. I mean, honestly, I don't care. I'm probably gonna go large. What I was gonna say is the really smart thing to do is to not go large contract. To still stay at the $20 trades because this really wasn't the proper opening trade. But we'll play it. This thing gives me a third dot here. 29 seconds left. We're going to go to a large contract. What the fuck? Why not? You know me. I love to... oh, you know what? Nah, I can't do this. It's really against my... It's against my religion. It's really a lower green dot. It's really tempting for me to want to take this. All right, what we're going to do? We're going to do it on the MNQs. We'll take it on the MNQs, just a small one. So I'm taking on the MNQs. Let's see if me breaking my rules is going to be a bad thing, or whether there's enough continuity. Looks like we almost have. There we go. We got continuity. So I could have resolved this all the way with a large contract, but I made the Solomonic choice. The reason why I didn't do a large contract and take did a full $100 trade on this thing was because this was market opening trade, and I know that market opening trades are always very skewy. And this was a clear move to the upside, but I didn't want to violate my rules. And my rules being that when you go into the NQs, you see you want a higher green. This was a lower green. Right now, though, this is a higher green. If this stays, no, we can't do this because this is we're resolved into this candle. So part of our rules is if we made a trade into this candle, we have to wait wait until we get a new green dot candle to start with, because otherwise, it's too much momentum. We get to it becomes a chase trade effectively. Yes, that is the absolute key to success. We want to sell lower lows on the red dots, buy higher highs on the green dots, stay with trend as much as possible, and only take reversals once, but make as many trend trades as we possibly can. Like, I'll give you an example. Green dot, trend trade, right? I think I did these in you can actually see this 1, 2, 3. You can see me resolving trend trades over here very cleanly. Now, I have to give myself a little breathing room, and we're always by the way going to look at the NASDAQ itself, even though we're going to execute on the micros, because NASDAQ, it's the big contract that creates the signals. So look at that. The big contract might actually give you a green dot trade here. If this closes on a green dot, we have no choice but to get long. This is still a continuation signal, even though it looks like it's just soaring to the sky. But it's got to hold. It's got to hold those highs, which is we'll have to see if that's going to be true. One of the things that, by the way, that is really interesting that I realized is, start of the day, if you have a strong move like this 9:30 to 9:45, and 1500 hours around 3 p.m. or 3:30 p.m., if you get this positive momentum, green dots, you can just plow in. If you're looking to just go 1 or 2 trades to fund your account, those are the best momentum trades, because you could just plow into those trades and you're almost assured 10, 15 points of vertical moves. At 10 contracts, you're funded. It's really, really yeah, that's great. Yeah, I just don't have the bandwidth to trade the S&P, but the S&P is definitely a very good alternative choice. It is definitely a smoother trade, but same principles apply all across the board. No, you don't add. If you're getting green dots while you're already in a long that's only a 5-point target, those are small green dots. Just stick with it. I mean, you could if you wanted to, if you were like super aggressive, but just stick with it. All right, see, and I told you the green dot really did not hold, right? Now we're getting a red dot. Well, another big question is, the opening pump, is it going to be a dump? If we get a second red dot, we'll short it. Honestly, the hardest part about this scalping setup is just being patient enough to not force trades. If I don't force trades, literally 9 out of 10 gets resolved, and then if I go into the second cycle, it's like 99 out of 100 get resolved, meaning that your chance of going 2 losers in a row on a proper setup. Again, it's got to be a proper setup, because very often I have improper setups, and then you can have 2, 3 losers in a row for sure. Is very, very small. All right, 48 to 49 seconds left on the first red dot. Maybe we get a second red dot. Is classic pump and dump on the open in NASDAQ. But these big. The thing about NASDAQ is these big burst moves are very, very powerful. Like when NASDAQ runs, it runs like 20, 30 points per candle with no retrace. And if you're looking to just do one trade, 10 contracts, 15 points without a retrace, boom, you're funded. That's the beauty. You can use the BK scalper with NASDAQ in that particular setup, like 2 or 3 times a day, and get funded in a single trade. which is really, really nice. By the way, those of you guys who want the Apex accounts, they are 80% off. So go out there and go get them. Go get them. How do you get the BFF trend? You just sign up over here. Here's the link. Legend. I just sent the link into the room. All right, NAS holding. Gold showing us the first green dot. We get a second green dot that's higher. We'll trade gold to the long side. Hey, everybody who's new. I see a lot of people in the room. I'm giving away $50,000 prop account for free, my friends. Go out there, go register, go get it. We'll do it at the end of the show. And today, the end of the show is going to be a little bit early, guys. I got about 20 minutes because I got to do an interview. So it's going to be a relatively tight session with us today. Hey, is that Messi, Mr. Legend? Nice. Nice. You put a stop loss, but it's almost, the 10 contract trade is win or die. It's if it's going to hit your stop loss, you're already going to be margined out. It's win or die, Ashwin. It's like you just basically trading. You got to take the bet on momentum. Yes, you need. Well, what I'm looking for on trend is a high. Yeah, you got to have a. It's got to be against what? It's got to be a higher dot against the prior dot, right? So you always have two dots that you're comparing. I thought about it, but yes, I mean it's you have two dots that you're comparing. The current dot and the nearest prior dot, because you're always trying to establish. What's the shortest line between two dots? The shortest distance between two dots is a straight line, right? Basic geometry. Well, let me see if you guys are coming into the raffle. Now I gotta go find the. Okay, I think I know where you guys are here. Okay. Trying to find the spot where you guys started. Okay, good. There's a lot of new people coming to the raffle. So let's get more people into the raffle. Everybody get in there. Get some chances. Should you ever manually close a trade? If you're 10 large, you should. Generally, I try not to. Like literally, best practices is small size. Let it hit. Either way, stop or target. Just let it play out. The whole point of this is it's got to hit the target. If you're managing a 5-point target, you're kind of overthinking it. If you trade two dots in a row, in any case, why do you need trend lines? I don't have any trend lines. I don't know what you mean. I was just being, I was just, being funny about, two dots having a straight line. I was just making conversation. I don't have any trend lines. I don't trade trend lines. No need. Yes, I did, but there's no need. If the signal, if the trend is going to move, it's going to be in 2, 3. Just delays your entry. Right. You can always take partials. That's true if you're on size. How do you enter the raffle? Right here. Here's the link is in the comments. I'm going to put it right now. I'm going to put the link right now. Okay. Should I pin this? I wonder if. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pin the link. I totally forgot I could do this. Okay, hang tight a second. Let's go. We gotta watch the charts just to see when we get this. But let me see if I can pin the link. Can I pin this? Pin message. Yeah. So link is pinned. Ah, Jesus. I totally forgot about that. Moving averages, because remember, if you're in trend, you want to keep taking the dots. If you're in counter trend, you only want to take 1 turn per turn. The moving averages function is to basically make you trade with trend as much as possible. Okay, you got a reversal signal on gold right now. See, two red dots against the green dot. That's a reversal signal. We're looking. If this stays, we're gonna open this up with a micro trade. Nothing on Nasdaq. This green dot is below this green dot, so it's not a positive trade. It's not a scalp trade for us. That's correct. I'm trading live right now, Santiago. You see my stops and losses in front of you. Yeah, Rick says, yeah, because you don't have again, what I was trying to establish is you don't have a trend unless you have 2 dots, right? If you think about it, as trend is a line. Ooh, we got to watch this. Okay, 40 seconds left. Well, gold is really coming down a little bit here. So if you think about it, as trend is just some kind of a line, right? Line requires 2 dots. That's all it is. If you think about that, and 21 seconds, 22 seconds. I'm watching the gold. This thing, I need to go to the micro side of it, and we're going to sell it if it. We're going to sell it pretty much on the close here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're short here. Let's see if this trade works or it's going to stuff me. It's going to stuff me. We'll repair it later, but let's see what it wants to do. Nico, what do you mean watch account size? It's all preset for me. That's the beauty of wealth charts. All my sizes are preset for each one of the instruments. So it's in pretty good shape. NASDAQ 2, maybe setting up for a reversal trade here because we're looking for, we get a red dot, we get a second red dot. That's obviously going to be lower. That's going to be a opportunity for us to get short NASDAQ. Let's see what happens here. This is micro. I'm trading micros. First opening trade is always micro, and then second repair trade is going to be mini. So I'm in the correct structure. $19 seconds left on this candle. Big candle. We went from 306 to 50 points. A 50-point candle, man. That is a big ass candle. Nice volatility on that candle. I got 5 more minutes with you guys. We're gonna do the raffle. very, very quickly. Hang tight a second. I gotta actually pull up the raffle. Okay, cool. Wait, why is this copy this wheel? Okay, cool. That's what I want. All right. Gold looks like it's gonna stop me out. No, not much of a continuity, but we'll wait for the next signal if it happens. Nasdaq, meantime, possibly, if it gets lower, gives me a second red dot. We'll see. Actually, Evgeny, what I'm doing now, see, I got stopped out. Did I get stopped out on gold? Yeah. What I'm doing now is I go 2 micros, 1 mini, which is actually 5 times the size. But the idea is you got to be very disciplined in your, like right now, I can't do any gold trades until I actually get a, either gold long signal or gold short signal. Like this gold short signal failed. So I had I have a loss on my micros. The next time I'm going to enter is only if I have, two positive reds or again 2 negative greens. Not even 2 negative greens because it's going to have to be a green and 2 negative reds. Like I have to be, much more diligent about my next trade. But doing it this way allows you to very, very quickly to recover the loss. The possibility of you kind of getting 2 proper signals wrong, relatively remote. Or you can do it like large size, like you said, and just only cover half of it. But remember, you're gonna do this like 10, 20 times a day. So your net accuracy should be, if it's in the 90s, should completely pay up. It covered. It all depends on how you want to trade it. Right. Unfortunately, I'm looking for a trade because I gotta. Well, it's 9:50. I still got time. Gold is, by far the most difficult trade there is. I am much better at trading Nasdaq than I am at trading gold. But as tough as gold is, with this structure, I'm able to survive it and conquer it. But I personally, if it was when I trade my own accounts, I only trade Nasdaq. Gold is herky-jerky. Now, on the other hand, there are people in the room who only trade gold because they really love it. Huge part of your success depends on the instrument that you like to trade. It's actually it's got nothing to do with your strategy. It's what you like to trade. We have I have the final version on TradingView, Chris. It's finalized. You see, I'm not moving until I get signals. I'm not doing like a random. Oh, let me take this candle looks good type of trade. Rick, you should the key. Okay, anybody. So let me explain to you the problem. You need to buy a Wealth Charts account. Now, if you ever bought a Wealth Charts account, it should have been enabled. And if when it's enabled, you simply go into your indicators. Like let me just show you. Go to like Add Indicators, and you would go into Marketplace, and you would find Boris Schlossberg, and you just hit BK Scalper. If you did not buy it, they can't enable it. So the first order of business, you got to buy it. Okay. So if you've done that, I'll double check your email address, Rick. But it's, they've enabled everybody that I've given them, and if you have them enabled you, I'll make sure they do. All right, green dot, but obviously, positive trend, blue above red, green dot, but from a much lower place. So we would need a second candle with a high green dot for us to get long on NASDAQ. Gold is just doing nothing. Gold is just completely flat. It's really funny, by the way. The other thing is, I always bitch about gold in New York session, but I love trading gold in Asia. Like if you guys are with me in Asia, like all the money I make is in gold. It's really important to know what you're good at and when, And I don't really have any intelligent explanations for why I trade gold much better in Asia than I do in North America. It could be my personality, could be just the structure of the thing. But it's just it's important to know what you're good at and do what you're good at. I trade gold with you guys because obviously everybody wants to see gold trades. But on my own, when I'm not trading live, I don't even look at gold. I could give a flying fuck about it. Oh yeah, if you let me export my my layout for you guys. I'm just watching this trade right now to see if I got if NASDAQ is going to give me a signal, and if it is, we're going to get long NASDAQ. Let me go in here. Layout menu, export layout, copy. All right, I'm sending everybody the copy of this layout so that you guys can see it. All right, very important. Be sure the raffle is pinned to the thing, pinned to chat. Go out there, put your last 2 minutes for the raffle before I start raffling off the account. 9 seconds left on NASDAQ, not holding the highs. Tempting as it is to make this trade, we don't have a trade. All right, we're definitely Chop City. So review stuff with you guys. Tomorrow, there is no live trading with me privately because we're doing the gold course. I'm gonna do the gold course introduction tomorrow and run you through all of the things that you need to do in order to enable the gold course. And then it's the same thing next Friday. So for the next 2 Fridays, there's no private trading. Tonight, there's coaching, and I'm going to have some really interesting things to discuss with you in coaching. So please come join me there. If you haven't joined the community, here's the link. One last time for that. Here's the link one last time for raffle, which I'm going to do right now because we got to go, unfortunately. All right, one last time for the raffle. I give you 60 seconds to join me in the raffle while I'm desperately looking for a signal on scalp here in a very, very lackadaisical price action. Not a signal, by the way. This is not a green dot. So I needed 2 green dots to get long gold here. You would import the layout by going into this menu over here in Wealth Charts, layout menu, you go import layout, and you would click that and just paste the link that I gave you. You don't need wealth charts, because if you have TradingView, do you have TradingView, Santiago? It's on TradingView. You can do it on TradingView. It's 100%. It's just, if you want to do it on wealth charts, we also make it available on wealth charts. But you know, if you want to trade TradingView, you're good to go on that. Okay, nice. Hey, Web Wonders, nice, from yesterday. Okay, all right, guys, I got no signals, so we're gonna leave this as is. Let's do the raffle. Let me get the list here. List has grown. Let me see, where are you guys? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Okay, Control C. Here we go into the raffle. All right. Everybody in the raffle. Everybody ready? Are we ready? Let's go. Last free $50,000 account for the week. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Gary! No, Fabio. Fabio wanted to get it yesterday, and he got it. All right, Fabio. Very nice. Email me with your PayPal account. Okay? That's the fastest, easiest way to get it. So just email me with your PayPal account, and we're going to give you the opportunity to go out there and buy an Apex account. Those of you guys who want just 80% off Apex, go hit this link. Those of you who want 3 free Apex accounts, if you get my package, I'll give you 3 free Apex accounts. So you don't have to enter a raffle. You can win it just by being in it. All right, awesome. Fabio, good job, good job, good job. We're going to close this. We will remove all of this. Anything on the charts? Not quite. We need, again, this is a red green. We really need 2 greens in a row to make it viable. Gold also not giving us anything. All right, I got to run, guys. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful week. We've had a really good week. We're gonna be very disciplined. I'm gonna try not to cowboy as much as possible. The sequence of trades we have is really, really good. It works just as well in Asia as it does here. But the key thing is I want us to sort of behaviorally trade the eval accounts the way we trade the funded accounts. This way, when you get into the funded stage, your behavior is really, really quite good. However, if you come into coaching today, I'm going to show you a couple of tricks of how to get to the funded stage really, really fast. So we'll discuss that, plus all the strategies as well. Everybody have a wonderful day. I see you guys next week, okay? Everybody enjoy. Bye-bye.